As Grand Marshal for this event, I now declare commencement ceremonies for the Keck School of Medicine of the University of Southern California open. You may be seated. And now, I would like to present to you the Dean of the Keck School of Medicine, Dr. Carolyn Meltzer. It is with great pleasure and pride, Dr. Meltzer, that I present to you the class of 2024.
Good morning, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the 19th Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia, Master of Science, and Master of Public Health graduation ceremony. I am absolutely delighted to see so many colleagues, friends, and family members here today. And I'd like to recognize our Grand Marshal, Dr. Roberta McKeenan-Cowden, Professor of Clinical Population and Public Health Sciences and Vice Chair for Education in the Department of Population and Public Health Sciences. Members of the class of 2024, congratulations on today. This day marks a personal and professional achievement of great magnitude. It is a day of celebration and reflection, a chance to recognize and honor a life milestone. You're standing on that line between your past and your future, between your history and a story you have yet to write. The training you received at USC has positioned you well to write that next chapter of your story. The hours you spent in the lab, the classroom, at internships, or in the clinic have shaped you and honed both your technical skills and challenged you to amplify your expertise and your clinical thinking capacity. Indeed, your professors and mentors have prepared you well to excel in your chosen fields. As you go forth, you will be leading the way forward for the next generation of scientists and innovators, and for the benefit of all of society. What does it mean to lead forward? To me, it means at least two things. One, always keep learning. The worlds of scientific discovery, human health, and clinical care are changing fast, faster than ever before. You're entering a workforce where advances in computational and biomedical technologies that turn data into new knowledge and knowledge into better diagnostics and therapeutics to advance human health. An exploding rate of innovation is transforming the way we do research and the way we translate it to the bedside, to the streets, and to the home, and with greater precision and improved health outcomes. These changes are incredibly exciting, but they also require an intentional commitment to insatiable intellectual curiosity and lifelong learning. Graduates, lifelong learning also means thinking about sustainability, about justice, and about inequity. When new technologies hit the marketplace, the first people to be left behind are sometimes those who need our help the most. Never forget that. You're finishing your graduate studies today, but your education, in many ways, is just beginning. There's a second way I'd like you to think about what it means to lead the way. To me, it means embracing your identity as both leaders and members of your community. In the months and years to come, you'll be making new discoveries, but you'll also be leading and building teams. For many of you, your work will take you into your neighborhoods, towns, and cities. You'll be building alliances, working toward solutions, brainstorming. Our nurse anesthesiologist or anesthetist will be leading clinical teams. I hope that you will step into those leadership roles with kindness and with courage. Remember that leading doesn't occur in a vacuum. Be an advocate for those in need. Stay in conversation with your community. Speak up when you see an unmet need. Approach others always with compassion, humility, and a learning mindset, as this will be the cornerstone of your success. Stand into that vision that the Keck School has helped you to achieve. The essayist and thought leader Anais Nin once wrote, "Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage." Graduates, your ability to improve the lives of future generations will shrink or expand in proportion to your courage. You are the leaders that the world needs today. And I have no doubt that you will succeed beyond our wildest expectations. To those faculty, staff, family, and friends who supported the class of 2024, I close by saying thank you. All of you have made sacrifices to help us reach this day, and we are grateful for it. Congratulations, class of 2024, and best wishes as you write the next chapter of your story. I now invite Dr. Peggy Farnham, Chair of the Department of Biochemistry and Molecular Medicine and Vice Dean for Health and Biomedical Science Education, to announce the student speakers for the class of 2024.
The class of 2024 has chosen two of its members to acknowledge this occasion on their behalf. First, Christian Chung, an MS candidate for the Stem Cell and Regenerative Medicine program, will be introduced by Dr. Francesca Mariani, Associate Professor and Director of the Master's Program in Stem Cell Biology and Regenerative Medicine. Second, Zheyan Lu, a Doctor of Philosophy candidate in the Population and Public Health Sciences Biostatistics program, will be introduced by Dr. Nicholas Mancuso, Associate Professor of Population and Public Health Sciences.
It is an honor to introduce our esteemed speaker, Christian Chung. As a candidate in our Master of Science program in Stem Cell Biology and Regenerative Medicine, Christian has demonstrated a commitment to advancing the frontiers of science, exemplifying the epitome of dedication, innovation, and scholarly excellence. Christian has not only excelled in his studies and won numerous awards, but he has also distinguished himself as a researcher in both academic and biotech arenas. His multidisciplinary expertise spans across cell, molecular, and computational biology. In the Morsuit Lab, he has spearheaded projects such as developing models for synthetic tissue elongation and designing innovative cell-cell signal propagation systems, both in vitro and in silico. In addition to his academic pursuits, Christian has been serving as the Chief Scientific Officer for NexaBio Venture Solutions, a startup company that leverages expertise in computational and modeling approaches to drug design. Christian's contributions extend beyond the research lab. As a passionate advocate for students and education, he has dedicated his time and expertise to initiatives such as Spanglish Tutoring, an effort that provides free English language tutoring to Peruvian students. He also founded Integral Perspective, a free resource for college applicants, empowering underprivileged students and fostering accessibility in education. Today, as we celebrate the culmination of hard work and dedication, let us draw inspiration from Christian's remarkable journey, a journey marked by a pursuit of knowledge, innovation, and a commitment to making a difference in the world. Please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Christian Chung.
Good morning, esteemed faculty, families, friends, and fellow graduates. It is my honor to be able to speak to you today as we mark this significant milestone in our lives. Now, before I begin, I would like to share a moment of learning and use this opportunity to check off teaching a lesson to graduate students from my bucket list. While commencement might not seem the ideal time for a lecture, I promise you it won't be a dense biology lecture or a clinical practical. So today, I want to give a lesson in Korean language. The word of the day is 괜찮아. If you watch K-dramas or are familiar with Korean culture, 괜찮아 is a word you may have heard. In many cases, people view 괜찮아 as something you say for reassurance as a response. 괜찮아 simply means it's okay or I am fine. With that off my chest, I now want to share 3 reflections on my journey at USC that I hope will resonate you as we embark on the next stage of our lives. So, reflection number 1. We are all just kids. Graduate school is no joke. When you think about it, everyone here went through at least 12 or so years of primary and high school, another 4 years of undergraduate, and then decided that you wanted to pursue another degree. Your decision to pursue graduate education meant something personal and significant to you. Whether it was a desire to expand your knowledge in your respective discipline, or taking the next step in your career advancement and development, or even simply wanting to change and transition into a new field. You all should be proud of what you've achieved to be here today. 2 years ago, in a candid conversation with my former professor and a physician here at USC, I asked the following question. There are a lot of moments where I still feel like a little kid and not an adult. Do you ever feel like we still don't know what's going on in life, even though we are constantly growing up and getting older? His response made me realize something profound. Christian, no one ever really becomes an adult. We are all just kids trying to figure out life's complexities. This response made me realize how easily it is for us to become so wrapped up in our lives and careers where, at times, we forget what it means to be a kid. We forget to have fun, embrace our time, live in the moment, or act on childish tendencies. At the same time, we forget that when faced with uncertainty and the unknown, it is okay for us to not know what is going to happen, for us to not know something, and for us to have to seek the guidance from others, especially our parents. So, live out your childish tendencies, embrace uncertainty, and enjoy life. Reflection number 2. Everyone here is successful. You being here today, graduating from USC, means you are successful. Yet, I believe there are many people, myself included, that tend to doubt ourselves. The combination of imposter syndrome and the challenges of the world can make us feel as though we are not competent. However, we need to remember that succeeding in life is not a competition. Life is a beautiful thing, as it allows us to support one another when we struggle, and life is a gift, allowing us to share successes, achievements, and milestones with those we care about most. And I know success has a different meaning for everyone. But for me, success is being where you are in that very moment. Success is waking up every morning and coming to class even when it was difficult. Success is going to the gym even though you didn't feel like it. Success is all the times you felt happy, sad, excited, and frustrated. Success is all the times you encountered failure. And most importantly, success is being able to overcome the days we struggled the most. I look around this arena and what I see aren't just graduates. I see success stories, each one unique and inspiring. And finally, reflection number 3, Kenchana. These past few years have been a testament to our resilience in the face of adversity. We have battled through a global pandemic, tackled social injustices, and have had our fair share of personal challenges to overcome. The unknown craziness of life is a constant. As much as I would like to give the optimistic perspective that the future will be full of sunshines and rainbows, the reality is we will continually be challenged. But you will be okay. Everything will be okay. Every time we have been knocked down, we have found the strength and a reason to get back up. And as we step into the unknown terrain of the future, remember, you have a support system that surrounds you. We have family, friends, significant others, the faculty behind us, and each other. And if you don't have someone that came here for you today, well, I am here for you. Your classmates are here for you. We don't pride ourselves on having a Trojan family without a reason, right? And as I like to say, Kenchana. Finally, I would like to take this time to give my appreciation for the people that came to my graduation today. To my parents, my younger brothers, my girlfriend, and my friends here today, thank you all for your everlasting support and unconditional love that has made me who I am today. I hope that I have made you all proud. And to the class of 2024, congratulations. And remember, as you embark on your next adventure, continue to write those success stories, and above all else, fight on. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dean Meltzer, distinguished guests, graduates, and cherished family members. It's with great pride and privilege that I get to introduce Zaeun Liu. Zaeun joined my lab in 2020, and despite the challenges brought on by the pandemic, demonstrated enthusiasm, resilience, and dedication. Throughout his endeavors, I got to witness Zaeun transform himself from someone who's curious with statistical genetics into someone who was, to borrow a word from Zaeun, a StatGen pro. It has been an absolute joy and honor to be a mentor and friend to Zaeun throughout his studies. Please welcome me in joining Zaeun Liu on his remarkable accomplishment.
Dean Meltzer, our honored guest, Dr. Jones, distinguished faculty members, beloved families and friends, and class of 2024. Good morning and huge congratulations. Today is a day of celebrations. I'm sure that we are all proud of this great achievement. 5 years ago, I started my USC journey as a PhD student. Just after the start of my second semester, the pandemic unfolded, completely changing our study experience, shifting the way we attended classes, conducted scientific research, and even celebrated departmental gatherings. Since then, the world has faced many new opportunities and challenges. From the emergence of ChatGPT, many people have come to rely on AI and become more willing to engage with the machine. Within the US, we have witnessed massive layoffs across various industries. All these events, which one day may be summarized in a single sentence in the history textbooks, can enormously impact our normal lives. So I reflected on what messages I want to impart to you, my fellow graduates. During the pandemic, the university has a slogan that redefined the three letters of USC as United, we stop COVID. The spirit behind this slogan is precisely what I want to share with you. Through my studies at USC, I have come to understand the power of collaboration and solidarity. As a PhD student, my colleagues and I formed a study group for the screening exams. We shared our study notes without reservation, collectively addressed any knowledge gaps, mutually served as tutors to one another, and eventually we all passed the screening exams. As a researcher, I have benefited in mentorship and help from different professors and experts in such a highly collaborative environment of USC, which enabled me to fulfill my dissertation goals. Within the university, everyone followed the health guidelines, which allowed us to control the spread of COVID-19 and ensure everyone's safety. During my USC journey, I observed not individual effort in isolation, but the collective accomplishment from the unity of our USC community. My fellow Trojans, the world is changing rapidly. Our lives can improve or worsen. Alone, we may be fragile and may struggle to adapt to the forthcoming social transformation. Alone, we may be powerless and may stumble in the face of life challenges. However, if we understand the power of collaboration and solidarity, if we Trojans stay connected and united after graduation, if we stand together when having difficulties, if we seek agreement among different opinions, and if we consistently encourage one another, I believe we can overcome any difficulties and seize every opportunities for success in the future because we are Trojans and Trojans can. Personally, I want to shout out to my amazing PhD advisor, Dr. Nicolas Mancuso, for being the best mentor that I could ask for. I want to thank my girlfriend and all my friends for their constant support. I am so grateful to my late grandfather for supporting me to pursue higher education in the US. Last but not least, I want to thank my parents, who are also here today. Even though I now hold a higher degree than both of you, I will never graduate from your lessons in life. My fellow USC graduates, today indeed marks the end of our USC studies, but it also represents a fresh start to carry on the Trojan spirit. As tomorrow comes, let us hold hands together, be brave and positive. United, we fight on. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christian and Zeun. It is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Peter Jones. Dr. Jones is the Chief Scientific Officer of the Van Andel Institute and the President of the Van Andel Institute Graduate School, located in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Dr. Jones was born in Cape Town, South Africa, and raised and attended college in what is now known as Zimbabwe. After his undergraduate training, he moved to England and obtained his PhD from the University of London. He then received a National Institute of Health postdoctoral fellowship that enabled him to perform his postdoc training at Children's Hospital of Los Angeles. Following his postdoctoral studies, Dr. Jones returned to South Africa to serve as a chief research officer of the medical school at Tygerberg, but fortunately for us, he came back to California in 1977, accepting an assistant professorship at USC. Dr. Jones quickly rose through the ranks at USC, becoming an associate professor in 1981 and a full professor in 1985. In 1999, Dr. Jones was honored with the designation of Distinguished Professor, which is awarded by the USC president to a very select group of faculty whose accomplishments have brought special renown to USC. While at USC, Dr. Jones was the holder of the Mark Ruth and Sawyer Chair in Cancer Research, and he served as director of the USC Norris Comprehensive Cancer Center before moving to the Van Andel Institute. Dr. Jones has made major contributions in the field of cancer epigenetics, which is defined as chemical changes made to DNA that can switch genes on and off, but do not alter the genetic code. Specifically, his laboratory discovered the effects of 5-azacitidine on cytosine methylation and first established a link between DNA methylation, gene expression, and cell differentiation. His research has helped to demonstrate that epigenetic changes can cooperate with mutations to cause cancer. Dr. Jones has published more than 300 scientific papers and has received many prestigious honors, of which I will only highlight a few. These include 2 Outstanding Investigator Awards from the National Cancer Institute, the Kirk Landon Award for Basic Cancer Research from the American Association of Cancer Research, and the Medal of Honor from the American Cancer Society. He has been elected as a Fellow of the American Association for the Advancement of Science and a Fellow of the Academy of the American Association of Cancer Research. He is also the past president of the American Association for Cancer Research. Not surprisingly, he was elected a member of the National Academy of Sciences in 2016 based on his outstanding accomplishments in the field of epigenetics. It is an honor to have him return to USC to attend our commencement ceremony. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Peter Jones as our commencement speaker.
Congratulations to all of you for your achievements. Let me be the first to welcome you to the community of medical scientists and practitioners. We're still amongst the most trusted professions, according to the Pew Research Center. So you're in a really great place right today. And we have the vital task before us of improving human health, and all of you are now equipped and trained to do the job. I can't tell you how nice it is to be back here today. I still get goosebumps when I hear the Trojan marching band. I got them again when I was walking up here this morning. It'll never leave you, I promise. It'll never leave you. You'll always be a Trojan. And every time you hear the fight song, you'll get goosebumps. Today, you leave your teachers and mentors as seasoned adults and scholars who've been trained to think critically and independently. Judicious evaluation of what you see and hear is going to be important to you in this age of misinformation, particularly as we learn the potential benefits and perils of AI. These new tools will shape your careers and lives in ways that we cannot even imagine, and I'm sure you're all aware of that. But as Trojans, I know you are prepared to face the promises and challenges of tomorrow. So what I wanted to do is just give you a brief background of mine and hope that you can draw some lessons from it. First of all, I wanted to say that it's very interesting that 2 or 3 of the talks before me picked on these same subjects, and so you're going to hear the same theme as we go through this. So yes, I was born in Cape Town and I grew up in Zimbabwe. But as a child, I attended an all-boys school in the middle of southern Africa in a then British colony called Rhodesia. It no longer exists. It was a white supremacist society. I lived in a white supremacist country. And it was embroiled in a war, a real war, of defiance against Great Britain and the United Nations. Eventually, after the war, the country gained independence from Great Britain, and the new government renamed it Zimbabwe. You've probably all heard of it. For the first time, black and white citizens lived together as we worked to claw our way out of the shameful period of segregation. So I've been there and I've done that. This was not an easy or fast process. Although I received a first-class classical education, which was a privilege, the school was not open to girls, which was a big problem. And there was only 1 black student in the entire school. A stark reminder how slow change can be. Now, later, when I went to university, I was fortunate to become part of a thriving, diverse community that gave rise gave me new, fresh ideas. I saw people that I'd never really seen them as being people before. I want to emphasize this in the story, the importance of equity. You heard that earlier as well. And to caution you against siloed, narrow thinking. The best progress comes when we eliminate barriers and embrace unique experiences and viewpoints. This is foundational to science and innovation. Now, I was very fortunate as a kid of 13. I discovered my love of science. I mean, that's all I wanted to do. And I thought I would I went through school fine. I went to do my undergraduate degree in Zimbabwe. Once at university, I actually embraced the freedom a little bit too much and focused on social activities rather than coursework because I'd sailed through high school. What did I need to worry about? This should be easy, okay? No problem. As a result of this arrogance, I experienced what engineers call an unexpected catastrophic failure. That's what Elon Musk says when one of those rockets blows up. It's not expected. And this happened at the end of my first year. I didn't pass mathematics. Because of the structure of the bachelor's program at that time, I had two options: quit or repeat the year in its entirety. And that meant doing all the coursework all over again, even though I'd already passed it. It was pretty serious, but my mother agreed to support me for one, and she made it clear only one more year. I never considered quitting, but I didn't hesitate to take her offer, resolving to never make the same mistake again. I did not want to disappoint myself, or more importantly, the people that supported me. As a result, I worked hard, and I ended up sharing the prize for being one of the two best students in the bachelor's degree. So that early failure turned out not to be catastrophic for me at all. It shaped my life, and I would not be here today without it. That failure was really important. As scientists, we must embrace failure and get up every time we fall. You heard that earlier. Kids fall, they get up. Remember that more than 90% of experiments fail. The joy of victory is far less common than the agony of defeat, and I know you've all been there. But I think failure is a powerful teacher and motivator, and one that can offer insights, build resilience, and push us to try again. Now, after graduation, I enrolled as a PhD student in the Department of Biochemistry at the university. Small country, probably, 6 graduate students in the department. And I won a bursary from the Cancer Association of Zimbabwe. And as a result of that, they like to put those things in the local newspaper, and I put my picture there. And I go to the lab, and on day one, the phone rings, day after the picture, and the guy's on the phone and he says, "Mr. Jones, I want to come and talk to you. My wife has cancer." I tried to tell him, I'm a graduate student, I'm not a doctor. He didn't care. He showed up in the lab, and what he wanted me to do was to take a sample of a biopsy of his wife's tumor, put it into an animal, get an anti-serum, and give it back to her. And of course, I didn't do that. It wouldn't have been possible, and it wouldn't have worked anyway. But it was a powerful reminder to me on day one of the personal impact that what we do, science and medicine, have on people's lives. Whether you work in a clinic or a lab, the work you do matters. It matters a lot more than you realize. But it must be carried out with kindness, empathy, and a focus on humanity. And I think you heard that same comment from the dean, and we didn't share notes, by the way. So now I came, very luckily, as you heard, to Children's Hospital Los Angeles to do a postdoc. And I made a discovery there that again changed my life. I was looking through a microscope one day at a culture of cells that had been treated very briefly with an agent that was supposed to treat children with cancer. And what I saw was a pile of cells in the dish that shouldn't have been there. And I thought first, this is a mold, this bread mold. I thought there's a mold growing in my culture. I cranked up the microscope magnification, and what did I see? I saw a whole bunch of muscle cells beginning to twitch by themselves in front of my eyes. I had changed one type of cell into another cell completely. I tried to show this to other people, and nobody was interested. Nobody was interested. But I was curious. I think being curious is a prerequisite for being a scientist. And I've got this in my notes here. Never lose the innate curiosity that we had as children. You heard that today earlier as well. So these are obviously very important concepts. I think as scientists and medical practitioners, our curiosity is our strength. It really is our strength. Don't lose it. Be curious. It can save you against another issue that I often see with my students, what I call analysis paralysis, where analyzing and analyzing and analyzing means you never get out of the loop and you're not curious about other things. So these are some of the lessons that I had, but I wanted to just say now, if we just think about it, we leave at a time, you are now entering the workforce, or the discovery force, at a time of unappreciated and unprecedented achievement and discovery. Now, I want to just point out three of them, and I think you'll all know of them. But when you put them all to three together, it's pretty big stuff. First of all, the development of humanized monoclonal antibodies has completely transformed medicine. This idea was first patented by Dr. Arthur Riggs at the City of Hope, just across town. He was actually, while he was an adjunct professor here at USC. And this has led to so many medicines. You turn on the TV, it's just one antibody after the other. But not least of which are the immunotherapies for cancer. Using your own immune system to control cancer is now a reality. And cancer deaths are falling. Yes, there's problems still, but they are in general going down. Second, control of type 2 diabetes and obesity. Two of the major causes of premature death in this country and the world are now possible due to the development of the GLP-1 agonists. These drugs really have a major impact and are going to have a major impact not only in diabetes and obesity, but also are being investigated for multiple other conditions, including, for example, Parkinson's disease, which is rising in its incidence. These drugs have changed everything. The companies that make them are now the biggest drug companies in the world. Then there are the vaccines, right? Conventional vaccines can completely prevent cervical cancer. Completely prevent cervical cancer. That's an amazing achievement. How can I stand here and say that? Well, it's true. A vaccine can stop cervical cancer. And the new mRNA vaccines, which we all know about because we lived through that, took just 2 years to develop. So, as Paul Simon sung not so long ago, these are the days of miracle and wonder. I will not try and sing that, but that is the song. So what I want to know is, why are people not jumping up and down in excitement? Why don't you hear more about it? Why don't we say, look, this is really, really exciting? And I think there are two reasons for that. And the first, something you heard about earlier today, disparities in medical care access and cost continue to widen. We must address this troubling trend. These drugs are really particularly helpful in people that don't have access to it. Second, even though our profession still enjoys widespread public trust, some folks have lost confidence in science. You all know that. Sadly, conspiracy theories often are easier to understand than the scientific method. It is incumbent upon all of us, all of you in this audience, to be good stewards of the public trust. This has always been important, but I think it's very important now in this age of disinformation. So, as I close my remarks, I want to just go back to some of these themes. I want first of all to say that never forget that unexpected and unpredictable basic science will always be the foundation for breakthroughs in medicine. You have the opportunity to change people's lives. Take chances with your work. Show a culture to somebody and they look at it and say, yawn and go on doing what they're doing. Maybe there's something there that's worth taking a chance on. Fail if you have to fail, and fail often, and learn from that. Then I want you to remember that we as a community of scientists and healthcare practitioners, we have the responsibility of increasing the public's trust. If we don't do that, we're all going to have our work wasted on falsehoods. It's so sad to see. But we have to change the narrative. Learning from failure, building resilience, embracing empathy, and nurturing curiosity will help you as you move forward in your lives. Approach the next stage of your life with passion. Do things that turn you on. Pick something that you really want to do rather than doing something to make a lot of money or to do this or that. Really remember that passion is what makes things work. I think I've never worked a day in my life, quite honestly. My job is really my hobby. People say you're going to work, and I think, well, I don't actually work. I go and do experiments, and that's my hobby. So you have a lot of choices in front of you. Thanks to your training and abilities and what you learned here at USC. Pursue a path that fills your heart and helps you grow, and that steers humanity towards a better, healthier future. These are the days of miracle and wonder. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for allowing me to come back to this wonderful university. It really does give me goosebumps. And congratulations on your remarkable achievements. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jones, for sharing your story and your wisdom. It's good to have you back. Will the candidates for the Doctor of Philosophy degree please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? By the authority vested in me by the USC Board of Trustees and President, I hereby confirm upon each of you the Doctor of Philosophy for which you have been recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of these degrees and certificates, I shall direct an appropriate diploma of the University of Southern California be presented to each of you, signed by its officers and embossed with the seal of the University of California. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will all candidates for the degree of Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? By the authority vested in me by the USC Board of Trustees and President, I hereby confirm upon each of you the degree of Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia for which you have been recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of these degrees and certificates, I shall direct an appropriate diploma of the University of Southern California be presented to each of you, signed by its officers and embossed with the seal of the University of Southern California. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will all candidates for the degree of Master of Science please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? By the authority vested in me by the USC Board of Trustees and President, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree Master of Science for which you have been recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of these degrees and certificates, I shall direct that an appropriate diploma of the University of Southern California be presented to each of you, signed by its officers and embossed with the seal of the University of Southern California. Congratulations. You may be seated. Will all candidates for the degree Master of Public Health please rise and remain standing for the conferment of your degree? By the authority vested in me by the USC Board of Trustees and President, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree of Master of Public Health for which you have been recommended by the faculty with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. As evidence of these degrees and certificates, I shall direct that an appropriate diploma of the University of California be presented to each of you, signed by the officers and embossed with the seal of the University of Southern California. Congratulations. You may be seated.
We will now present our graduates with their diplomas. Dr. Schoenthal and I are proud to present you today the candidates for Doctor of Philosophy, Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia, Master of Science, Master of Public Health degrees. Each one of these individuals has made significant contributions to biomedical science, and we are tremendously proud of their accomplishments. We congratulate all of you on your remarkable achievements. I guess the PhD students rise and line up for their degrees to be conferred. Dr. Watanabe? Where's Dr. Watanabe? Dr. Watanabe? There he is.
This side would be fine. Good. You all right? Are we set? Okay. Say in lieu. Dong Yuan. Yep. All right. I don't think they told them. Yeah. They took longer than they should have. So. Xu and Yu. Mahin Iqbal. Adam Anthony Marentes. Jennifer Jean Rubio. Jun Yan. Elizabeth Emily Costello. E.J. Lee. Sarah Elizabeth Piombo. Shane William Sparks. Ellen Galician. Sheila Yu. Yay.
Priscilla Chan. Daniel Jake Fernandez. Nicholas Sebastian Acuna. Rosana Carrios Campos. Nikki T. Higa. Chi Jia. Xue Yong Jing. Caitlin Janae Queen. UA2. Julia Stahl. Michelle Juliana Webb. Sarah Mozabed Hossanean. Jun Wong.
An applause for PhD graduates. Congratulations. Will the Doctor of Nurse Anesthesia graduates rise and don your caps, and as your name is called, approach the platform to be hooded and proceed across the stage to receive your degree from Dean Meltzer.
Athena Bernas. Christina Catherine Cardet. Jared William Chavez. Mindy Chin. Angela Soo-hyung Cho. Amanda Marie Deschamps. Amanda Rose Ferris. Harry Alexander Ford. Christina Flores Simons. Alexandra Gueli. Dylan Anthony Hall. Justin Lloyd Humphreys. Keaton James Lantrip. Laura Elizabeth Lentz. Jessica Loggins. Utha Andika Lumbantobig. Heidi Helen Machen. Jewel Espy Morris. Lynette Ondari. Joyce Penn. Aaron Yunyong Ramirez. Mariah Hope Walker. Kaylee Marie Wachter. Carly Ellen Watts.
Congratulations, Doctors of Nurse Anesthesia. I would now like to ask Dr. Axel Schoenthal to approach the lectern to present the candidates for the Master of Science and Master of Public Health degrees.
This has been a great day, and I'm very happy to be part of it. Will the Master of Science and Master of Public Health graduates rise and don your caps? As your name is called, please approach the platform to receive your degrees.
Christian Michael Chung.
Ma Shiril Jalad Armermo.
Tammy Doan.
Sarah Scherer.
Abby Dean Wiley.
Elizabeth Crudele Kailanoff.
Olivia Grace Henshaw.
Karen Alexander Camero.
Sanika Santosh Gulavani.
Adriana Marie Hernandez.
Angie Delfina Moreno Tobar.
Jariush Javidi.
Pao Fan Ko.
Jonathan Daniel Werlis.
Chenzu Betty Yu.
Kui Chenglu.
Jamima Andrea Punkenmanam.
Jennifer Amulda.
Zihe Shi.
Sabrina Zong.
Yu Hao Pan.
Debbie Argueto Rufino.
Yongxing Wang.
Lokesh Niave Badras.
Tu Tang.
Vikas Raj Kunta.
Yu Xin Yang.
Chu Hang Zhang.
Kinya Zhang.
Zexuan Song.
Derek Merced Walker.
Su Chen Zhou.
Zhou Zihao.
Tracy Chen.
Wenjia Liu.
Mohammed Islam.
Haoran Zhang.
Sorav Mysore Umanskar.
Xu Yang.
Si Wang Anyi Shi.
Jinyao Yuan.
Stephanie DeHarjo.
Qi Zhang.
Ki Xuan Chen.
Yuhan Zhang.
Zijie Jin.
Xinyang Dai.
Shu Hai Lo.
Kai-Shin Chu.
Ushao Hu.
Jesse Lamas.
Ling Shi Cho.
Stuart Murray.
Josue Ivan Hernandez.
Julius Rees Ham.
Munmari Shavas Batawadekar.
Rithika Bambani.
Megan Anika Desua.
Luca Medina Gura.
Sue Turtman.
Kalvajipi Rakichandran.
Sarah Jivraj.
Suchita Panishan.
Jennifer Nicole English.
Julia Katazisha Likau.
Cindy Zamora.
Liznet Alexandra Melgoza.
Eshirava Unil Kumar Koshishrit.
Hannah K. Salkodin.
Chinlang Wu.
Grace Marie Shorts.
Jiang Wang.
Junshi Chen.
Hazal Toros.
Yuen Zhao.
Yushu Ye.
Eve Louise Maykoff.
Akmara Kulateryav. Excuse me.
Kira Shaylin Brenner.
Yushuang Wang.
Kylie Kennedy Leung Bob.
Kai Ming Zhou.
Timothy Kennedy Saunders.
Kaylin Tantuico.
Roger Philip Lee.
Stanley Bodigenono.
Devensha Sapovadia.
Sarah Christina Graham.
Ryan Tyler Liu.
Gubalhar Zeta Kutalunker.
Odelia Shako.
Yiming Yu.
Mona Motagian.
Jeyue Ye.
Diana Perez.
Athena Wu.
Matthew Brian Alonso.
Jiawen Chen.
Giannina Marie Yu Farrar.
Echo Zhangyi Tang.
Hannah Lee.
Fleming Wu.
Jordan Jizai Yuang.
Crystal Rubakova.
Krista Lin Nguyen.
Harshana Kaur Bahedasha.
Henry Jacob Klosner.
Joe Perez.
Nicolette Kenlian.
Shen Chen.
Seema Saeed.
Faith Amber Cooper.
Emily Hugh Pham.
Vanessa Jabor.
Connor Matthew Mukai.
Sanika, sorry. Not Carney, excuse me.
Caitlin Nguyen.
Jessica Irene Anderson.
Amanda Chow.
Rukia Nishela Tomas.
Madeline Elizabeth Selinger.
Michelle Perez Areola.
Purvi Goripati.
Sangavi Mayuran.
Laureen Abu Teya.
Anshuman Patnaik.
And Sophie Rieg.
Alexis Ovledo.
Elizabeth Gabriellen.
Melanie Dukrakshian.
Peyton Elaine Brown.
Makshiel Shah.
Samantha Sperry McBride.
Ruchen Wang.
Valerie Leah Dow.
Elsie Lorena Urita.
Mudra Savalia.
Maria Luisa Perez.
Casey N. Choi.
Jingya Liu.
Alina Wei Yang.
Alexander Jaho Cheng.
Natalie Rose Batiste.
Marco Plisho.
Ayush Dekadia.
Dina Musavi.
Dana Leila Faitehi.
Sarah Min Wing.
Anisha Kamarlumudi.
Gavin Godage.
Nicolette Nari Bazik.
Mingju Chong.
Sydney Oriana Powell. Karina Shital Patel. Dominic Papp. Carla Andrea Padilla Leon.
Chandri U Luben.
Helen Son.
Rebecca Victoria Lopez.
Ayuche Obiadeli Okori.
Mariah Bianca Echeverria.
Setera Darabi.
Stephanie Rocio Calderon.
Ria Kalpesh Shaw.
Maria Noemi Paredes.
Rup Kamal Saini.
Caitlin Sean Tobin.
Julie Hughes.
John Glenn Davis.
Shail Choksi.
Aaron Dresser.
Vanessa Rogers.
Rita Kirkian.
Anissa Marie Kelvin Cuevas.
Jenna Homsey.
Emma Hamlin.
Catherine Renee LaBarbecue.
Elvia Lorena Morera Rojas.
Michaeli Salemon Becca Mahali, excuse me.
Lisette Yanina Montoya.
Brittany Nicole Shaw.
Omei Sarweri.
Armare Yassin.
Ariana Sardano.
Zayed Odnan Hindi.
Sarah Okor.
Sarah Rosemary Alchemy.
Nicole Rose Berry.
Mary Bagdashirian.
Holly Hoi Ching Long.
Evan Francis Bryant.
Kimberly Marie Parga.
Jenna Davidson.
Kevin Nathaniel Blythe.
Brenda Alexis Hernandez.
Helen Awino Owororu.
Amarilis Boda Dios.
Judy St. Val.
Alberto Carvajal Jr.
Karina Rodriguez.
Ryan Chang Lee.
Landrin Michelle Gibson.
Alejandra Velasquez.
Fatima Vinay Cruz.
Jasmine Celine Cuevas Rumendo.
Tracy Doan.
Brendan McLean Nisperos.
Michael Alexander Coates.
Megan Ray Encikoso.
Shihara Mokabar.
Annie Thatch.
Husnar Tenvar Mokabar.
Nin Whityi Aung.
Saliha Ahmed Nasir.
Grace Eleanor Vasquez.
Suhar Anjum.
Jennifer Penazola.
Leilani Alejo.
Eugene Zhou.
Vanessa Casas.
Rachel Marie Guerrero.
Caitlin Fisher.
Erin Elizabeth Barth.
Xuanyu Chu.
Ana Sofia Gabriela Arena.
Cameron Kwan Lam.
Roxana Shabangang.
Catherine Ho.
Mia Zora Chacaron.
Graciana Marie Barreau.
Bernice Hernandez Nunez.
Jeffrey Mayer.
T. An Trawong.
Robert Matthew Myers.
Elizabeth Carmen Romero.
Kusima Diorenzo.
Margaret Mary Kaloan.
Lily Rasuli.
Carly Darlene Rodriguez.
Maria Morankendi Ajuku.
Paul William Martinez.
Jennifer Z.
Ji Woo Cho.
Justine Breen Molina.
Diana Marcos.
Megan Beth Castillo.
Emilia Thayer Bayman.
Humberto Antonio Liriano Fanduiz.
Alyssa Gabrielle Sanchez Nicolas.
Dean Sean Madera.
Marilyn Elizabeth Sullivan Martinez.
Carl Bailey Williams.
Haley Kaiulani Kyo Nakawatase.
Margaret Mary Petikian.
Irma Natalia Rueles.
Christina Keshishian.
Ivana Tan.
Shaman Jim Lee.
Blair Brianna Rumsey.
Myra Metzley Ruiz.
Ishka Argawal.
Rebecca Lisette Martinez.
Jacqueline Christina Longmire.
Erica Kaoni Davis.
Perseda Mendoza Aguayo.
Christine Chinyaka Okempa.
Aaron Lee. Oh, Aaron.
Dalal Alamodi.
Justin Vasquez.
Carla Desolati Baronia.
Ferdi Gabriel Summons Barrientos.
Janelle Ortiz.
Surinder Binder.
Elena Gamboa.
Thea Swame Chimielo.
Jessica Adela Morales.
Allison Lee.
Janelle Alcaraz Gonzalez.
Jessica Perong Lee.
Ane Lauren Castina Campogan.
Vanessa Sonia Ramos.
Lucine Boyajian.
Cecilia Stephanie Paz.
Elizabeth Hurtado.
Simrit Kaur Palma.
Shireya Gomte.
Ariana Guadalupe Shagaun.
Alkongsha Kude.
Morgan Gill. Sorry.
Lauren Noel Carter.
Allison O.
Melissa Irene Hernandez.
Sarah Shore.
Crizel K. Manansala Tan.
Patrick Claude Gukowski.
Tatiana Cristina Becerra.
Seong Min Ulisha Ko.
Esmeralda Dorian Contreras.
Zuhyun Chung.
Hana Hanzu.
Madeline Zitali Reyes.
Daphne Deanne Muchler.
Karina Zareen Kermale.
Sarah Nicole Razan.
Anthony Chavez.
Gwyneth Grace Liu.
Alvaro Javier Aldana.
Jingxin Shi.
Genevieve Della Rodriguez.
Wei Shi Han.
Emma Tien.
Maria Triplet.
Nadile Mendoza Rodriguez.
Brianna Sean Yiggins.
Kiana Marie Michaela Miranda Padilla.
Oluwatobi Faith Oladimeji.
Ryan Michaela Nguyen.
Jordan Marie Wiles.
Leilani Ann Brazil Charles.
Rachel Naomi Johns.
Elon Luvisa Darhart.
Prishan Pranay Naidu.
Adriana Ortega.
Tani Truong.
Liayang Wang.
Arena Merodikian.
Smita Narasimhan.
Samantha Shi Hao Feng Huang. Ininkor Patricia.
Thank you.
Thank you, faculty. Thank you, Dr. Watanabe, and thank you, Dr. Huang. Graduates of the class of 2024, please stand and flip your tassels to the left to signify achievement of your degree. It is my pleasure to welcome you to the ranks of the Keck School Medicine alumni, a very special group of individuals who have shared experiences at the University of Southern California and the USC affiliated hospitals. I would also like to thank the many family members and friends who are here with us today to celebrate this important occasion. The Trojan Band will now play the alma mater. Commencement ceremonies are now closed. audience, please remain seated until the end of the recessional. At the conclusion of the ceremony, our commencement reception will follow immediately at Levy Library Lawn, across the street on the University Park campus. To get there, exit the Galen Center and proceed across Figueroa Street. Staff will be there to guide you. Please have your phones ready for entry into the campus. The ticket used for entry this morning will be the same ticket for entry to the UPC campus. The University Park campus provides an ideal setting for photographs of the occasion that you will treasure, far more so than the chaos immediately outside of the Galen Center. So please feel free to make your way safely across Figueroa Street to the campus, which leads me to one final instruction to the students of the class of 2024. Please stay in the procession line as you exit the Galen Center. Just follow the person in front of you and don't stop until you have refreshments in hand. Congratulations. Will the members of the platform party and graduates of the class of 2024 please stand?